campus of Schoolcraft College, Livonia, Michigan, west of Detroit, here on the National Soccer Network as we're underway. Game number 2 of this 2-game set. Mid-America North Division of the National Academy League. This is the U19 division. U15 game just finished up with the Michigan Wolves claiming a 4-0 victory over their opponents. FC United Chicago, Glenview, Illinois, north of Chicago. I'm Dan Stickrad, the Director of News for the National Soccer Network, filling in here at the start of game number 2. Pair of games outdoors at Schoolcraft yesterday in the U15 and U16 divisions of the National Academy League, and this morning and early afternoon we have the U15 and U19 divisions taking place indoors. Michigan Wolves head coach is Scott Duell. Michael Scupian, the head coach for FC United in the U19 match. Just over a minute 20 into this game, and the Michigan Wolves earned the match's first corner kick. Serve this into the mixing bowl to try to get a scoring opportunity early. Which came out of that corner kick. Serve wide into the goal frame area. Looks like number 1 Luke Hales in goal for SC United. So Wolves are on the mood here in the first 2.5 minutes of the U19 contest. Both of yesterday's matches were played outdoors in the south end of the campus. Schoolcraft College has built a few more outdoor fields to go with their indoor field here in the bubble, the Trinity Sports Dome. This is the home of the Ocelots, the Schoolcraft College men's and women's teams, and both the Michigan Wolves and the Michigan Hawks girls teams use these facilities as their home location for games. Just over 3 minutes in. No shot attempts, just 1 corner kick for the Michigan Wolves. Sure grabbing there for both teams, players on both sides. Teams kind of go through that feeling out stage, see what each team has out on the pitch. Still cannot see the jersey number of the Michigan Wolves starting goalkeeper. No starting lineups were turned in for any of these 4 games here this weekend at Schoolcraft College. But if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to visit the comment section. Michigan Wolves once again on the move, trying to find a seam in that back line of SC United. That cross way wide of the goal. Will result in a throw in coming up for SC United deep in their own territory. Many of these players are current high school juniors and high school seniors here in metropolitan Detroit and metropolitan Chicagoland areas. If you're a fan of high school soccer here in the state of Michigan, the original high school girls soccer ranking show, 8 o'clock tonight on YouTube, live from our Shelby Township, Michigan studios. Patty Cesarini and myself, Dan Stickrad, will count down the top 15 teams in each of the state's 4 divisions, plus honorable mentions provided to us by the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association. We'll take a look at the close to 70 different conference races going on. Who will be ranked number 1? Who will be in the top 15? Who will be listed in the honorable mention category? How many teams have moved up and down those lists? How many newcomers there will be? We'll find out 8 to 9 p.m. tonight on the National Soccer Network's YouTube and Roku TV channels. So if you have any family members and friends who are playing high school soccer, the girls soccer side here in the state of Michigan, check out the show. Here on the soccer pitch, this is the National Academy League U19 the American North Division contest. No score here is now in the 7th minute. The Michigan Wolves have had a little bit more of the possession game as that cross into the box quickly turned aside. By Luke Hales, the goalkeeper for SC United. But no shots from either team. Wolves keep forcing the turnovers. Watterson, number 22, sending that pass through. Watterson, a 2-time All-Stater at Parma Western. He did not compete in high school soccer last fall. To play solely club with the Michigan Wolves, either at the MLS Next or the NAL levels. The Wolves do have several talented players that do play high school soccer on this team. See the likes of Devin McGinnis and Owen Buckley. They attend Brighton High School back in the fall of 2023. They were the part of that Division I state runner-up team that Brighton put on the field, losing to Troy Athens in double overtime. Benjamin Cook, a standout with Livonia Churchill. Let's continue to move the ball around on both sides of the field, getting a lot of players different touches. It's like a set piece coming up for Michigan Wolves, not too far outside of the box. First foul of the game against SC United. Looks about 26, 27 yards out, just a little bit left to center. But this is a great opportunity either for the Wolves to uncork a shot on frame or to kind of chip it into the box. Send the ball in the mixing bowl to try to create a scoring chance. Nevertheless, this is the best opportunity so far for either team as we're now in the 10th minute. Rourke Watterson there to take that free kick, sends it into the box. Ball's up high and never fear. Luke Hales, the goalkeeper for SC United, is there to croon the ball out of midair. Thwart that chance by the Michigan Wolves. We're on the move once again. Wolves have come out a little bit more energy than SC United, have controlled most of the play here in the first 10.5 minutes. There's 33 Joshua Jacobs setting that ball down to the left corner. Wolves continue to attack with waves after wave here in the early going of this U19 match. And there's a shot on target. Looked like number 3, Benji Cook, the Livonia Churchill offensive juggernaut, putting that shot on frame with Luke Hayes turning aside that shot. But that was the first shot on frame for either team here in the early going of this U19 match here at the Trinity Sports Dome. So Benji Cook found a little bit of space, uncorks a left-footing bender, but right at the goalkeeper for SC United. This game remains level at 0-0, and now in the 12th minute. Wolves have had the better of the play here in the early going of this match. This will be a 2 45-minute halves at the U19 level. U15 level play 2 40-minute halves here. That game just ending about 20 minutes ago. Michigan Wolves gaining victory number 1 in the 2025 season. 4-0 victors at U15 division over FC United Chicago. All 4 goals coming in the final 21 minutes of the second half. 4 different goal scores. All 4 beautiful strikes on target. Michigan Wolves in that age division had struggled on the offensive end. They started 0-3-1 in the 2025 campaign, only scoring 1 goal. But today in the second half, the Wolves got on track offensively and put a 4 spot up on that scoreboard where it matters most. We'll see what kind of offensive production either of these two teams can make in the U19 division here today, as the Michigan Wolves continue to press down there on that left side. FC United yet to get the ball into the final third of the field on the attacking end. Have earned this goal kick coming up. Luke Hales sets to take the goal kick. Michigan Wolves 1 shot attempt, 1 shot on goal, and 1 corner kick here in the first 13 minutes. But they have dominated possession here in the early part of the first half. The Wolves, great defense, closing down that first opportunity for FC United. It's the first time they've gotten the ball down inside about the 30-yard marker. The Wolves earned yet another throw-in. See the fans still trickling into the Trinity Sports Dome here on the campus of Schoolcraft College. The home, the land of the Ocelots. Good job of kind of moving the ball side to side, getting a lot of different players involved in the attack. There was a shot by Antonia Cassoni. That was blocked inside the box. 16th minute here in the National Soccer Network. Still 0-0. Michigan Wolves, FC United. For those who just joined us, Wolves have carried play throughout the first 15 minutes of this game. You have a 1-0 shots advantage to show for it. Nothing up on that scoreboard. There you see in the background Michael Skupian, the head coach of FC United Chicago. Comes out of Glenview, Illinois, the northern suburbs. It's about 10 miles or so inland from Lake Michigan. That's what they call their home, their training facilities. Yesterday, the Michigan Wolves had a handful of contests with the Sockers SC, which comes out of the northwestern suburbs of Chicagoland, Palatine, Illinois. Chance to be on a couple of those broadcasts yesterday as well. Sockers FC took that U15 division with the U16 division victory heading towards the Michigan Wolves. So a split there. Michigan Wolves are looking to get a sweep here today. That shot from distance, the very first shot attempt of FC United. Turned aside. Still 0-0. FC United back on the move. It's Cole Driscoll there. Sends the ball out wide, and Patrick Shane with the shot wide of target. So 2 quick shots for SC United after not having a single shot in those first 15 minutes or so. Possession is slowly evened out here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Benji Cook down that right side. Cuts it back in the middle, cuts it back outside once again, slots it through. Ball cleared quickly by an FC United defender. It's a great individual effort there on that right side again, once by Benji Cook. Slots it through. Just not enough real estate there at the doorstep for teammates to knock one home. So FC United looking to get for a counterattack opportunity. Pushing the ball down that right side. FC United is in the white and red kits going eastward towards Michigan Wolves goal. The Michigan Wolves in their black with white striped kits. We're heading left to right, trying to score a goal in the west end of the Trinity Sports Dome. But free kick coming up for FC United. This is on the far right side, but just outside the box. So first foul against the Michigan Wolves sets FC United up with a great opportunity to kind of bend this ball into the box, see if something can be created down in that mixing bowl on the east end. Referee blows the whistle. There's a bending free kick into traffic, and that one is deflected into the back of the net. So in the 20th minute, just the third shot opportunity for FC United results in a goal. It looked like that might have deflected off a defender, flying the free kick. Wait and see what the official score sheet says, but Mando Lyman, number 20, took that free kick just outside the box on the far right side. He bent it in with his left foot. That 1-0 advantage. So the Michigan Wolves have controlled play here in the first 20 minutes and change, but 3 quick shots in the matter of 4 minutes by FC United results in the first goal of the game. Third shot attempt for FC United. Zamando Lyman curls one in, deflects off the defender into the back of the net. Wolves looking to try to find a way to penetrate that back line of SC United, try to get an equalizer. It's great individual efforts there in the first 20 minutes, just unable to cash in the paycheck. Mark Watterson down that left side, trying to bring the ball back in the middle. He turns it over. 23rd minute now, still FC United up 1-0. Michigan Wolves, again, have controlled most of the play here in the first part of this first half. But only 1 corner kick and 1 shot on frame to show for it. Nothing up on that scoreboard. SC United came through with 3 quick shots. The third was a bending free kick. Deflects into the goal for that 1-0 advantage. So the opportunities have not been there with regularity for FC United, but when they had a great opportunity off that set piece just outside the box, they're able to cash in. Well, they have a free kick just right at midfield. FC United look to build it out of the back once again. Well, momentum has changed here in the last 6 or 7 minutes as the offside flag goes up on that far right side. First time either team has been willful offsides, as an SC United player made it run a little bit too early. It was Aiden Nyembo there, number 16, kind of dancing with the ball a little bit. Nyembo attends Detroit Country Day High School. The Wolves have numbers in that far right side. Owen Buckley there, trying to serve the ball in the middle. In the traffic, SC United there to quickly turn the ball away. Now they're on the move once again, looking for the counterattack opportunity. A little bit of contact there. The referee says play on. This United player did tumble to the turf. Here inside the Trinity Sports Dome. You're watching the National Academy League here on the National Soccer Network. You're all things soccer, not just in Michigan, but across the country. We had a multitude of broadcasts out on the West Coast last night with the League for Clubs, a new amateur pre-professional league. So close to 50 teams around the country in year number 1 for the League for Clubs. you just joined us, though, 26th minute of game number 2 of this 2-game set inside the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College. SC United scoring the game's only tally. That was in the 20th minute off a set piece on the far right side. Courtesy the foot of Mondo Lyman. The Michigan Wolves had a ton of the play here in the early going. The game has kind of evened up somewhat here in the last 10 minutes or so. Wolves had several chances of the ball inside the box, just unable to put a ton on frame. Just one shot on goal for Michigan Wolves. As SC United goalkeeper Luke Hales was there to make that stop. He's crooned a couple of other crosses and deep passes slided into the box. But a foul against the Wolves. This time not too far out of the box on the left side. Third foul against the Wolves here in the first half as we're now in the 27th minute. Well, that shot on target, turned aside. The Wolves clear the ball. And that shot actually rings off the crossbar, comes back down in that goal mouth area, and a Wolves defender, couldn't tell what number that was there at the doorstep to kind of clear it away. SC United did earn a corner kick off that play as we look at the replay really quick. So number 4, Rylan Avante, scoops up that loose ball, puts one on target, hits the crossbar, bounces back into the field of play just in front of the goal line. The Wolves able to escape danger on that opportunity by SC United. So in a match where Michigan Wolves came out with the more energetic side, control play for the first 20 minutes or so, FC United has definitely turned the tables. They have been the more aggressive team here in the last 8 minutes. Took that 1-0 advantage just over the 20-minute mark. All 4 of their shots have come here in the last 12 minutes of action. We've had 3 shots on frame, 2 corner kicks as well. It's amazing what a goal can do throughout the course of a match. You might be on your heels somewhat for a long period of time. SC United earned a free kick on the far right side. They were able to convert that opportunity for that 1-0 advantage. That's where it matters most up on that scoreboard, with FC United taking the advantage of, we're now in the 29th, getting ready to cross into the 30th minute here in just a few seconds. Michigan Wolves trying to solve that riddle of the back line of SC United. They, again, did control a lot of the play in the first 20 minutes. Just unable to show for it up on the scoreboard. Just 1 shot on target. Adrian Nyembo is there to kind of slot the ball back into the middle. Wolves do have a series of very dangerous offensive players, just unable to get much going here in terms of creating scoring chances in that final third. Wolves actually flooded that back line of FC United in the early going. Several different through balls, crosses into the box. Everything but create great chances. And Delgado there on that left side. Looks like the Michigan Wolves have earned a corner kick on that opportunity there in the southwest corner of the Trinity Sports Dome. As the Michigan Wolves make a pair of substitutions here. The 31st minute. Trying to find some way to ignite some offense. Short corner. Sent into the box. FC United there once again to clear the ball out of harm's way. Now FC United on the counterattack. Number 32, Agriel Hernandez getting a left-footed shot there, blocked out of bounds. Earned that throw in deep in the Michigan Wolves territory. For a wide variety of soccer game recaps across the country, from youth club to high school varsity, pre-professional, even professional soccer, head over to the nationalsoccernetwork.com. As our newsroom has been collecting a wide variety of press releases and conducting interviews and compiling stories. Teams and players on all levels of soccer here across the United States. A little bit into Canada and Mexico as well. As many of these leagues do cross border lines. Got a chance to broadcast and produce a lot of games in the major arena soccer league. That is a professional indoor men's soccer league. No teams in our home state of Michigan, but there are teams across the country and into Mexico in that league, which is in the final stage. The Ron Newman Cup will be decided here this week. San Diego Sockers and the Chihuahua Savage. Chihuahua, Mexico will battle for 2024 2025 Ron Newman Cup Championship. Last night, again, we had 4 games in the league for clubs, an amateur pre-professional league scattered across the country. And today, yesterday afternoon, National Academy League play in American North Division. Boys soccer action. This is the U19 game. So the U15 game completed here just a little over an hour ago. The Michigan Wolves getting victory number 1 in 2025 campaign, scoring 4 goals on 4 consecutive shots. The final 21 minutes to take home the victory. That game was also against SC United. So now we just crossed into the 35th minute here in the U19 division. Long serve to Adrian Iambo out of real estate. Luke Hales, the goalkeeper, came off his line to kind of tap the ball out of harm's way. So 1-0 in favor of FC United, which is building the ball out of their backfield once again. We are in the 35th minute, just about ready to cross into the 36 minutes. We're down to under 5 minutes here in the first half of the Trinity Sports Dome of this 2-game set. Both games between the Michigan Wolves and SC United, 15, and then now the U19 divisions. SC United looking to add to their 1-0 advantage. The Michigan Wolves still trying to find a way to get some quality shots on target as they turn the ball over and whistle for the foul. So Mondo Lyman, who had the goal earlier today, set to take this free kick, sends it long inside the box. Now on the counter attack, Adrian Nyambo sends it long, and a teammate is tripped up just inside midfield. So a free kick coming up for the Michigan Wolves. That was number 11, Bruno Delgado, that was knocked down to the turf. Looks like a yellow card was just issued to SC United. In the 37th minute. Couldn't see exactly what jersey number that was. But a free kick from about 50 yards out, nevertheless, coming from the Michigan Wolves. That is sent right into the mixing bowl. Luke Hales there to snare the ball out of the air. That free kick turned into a shot, but Hales was right there. Not a ton of pace on that, kind of a floater inside the 6. .38th minute now. Will either team be able to provide a glorious moment to tuck one into the back of the net here in the final minutes of the first half? Less than 8 minutes to go here in the first half. SC United earned another free kick, but both teams making substitutions during this pause of play. Well, this free kick looks to be about just over 40 yards out. Number 3, Cole Driscoll, getting ready to serve this ball into the box. The referee is conversing with some Michigan Wolves players. Long serve. Collision there in the box. Looks like number 1 is the goalkeeper, Caden Whipple. Plymouth Christian Academy goalkeeper between the pipes for the Michigan Wolves, but the ball does cruise off his hands out of bounds. So corner kick number 3 coming up for FC United. We're inside the final 7 minutes of that first half, and they are looking to add to their 1-0 advantage. What better way than to try to serve a free kick into the box? Ball bounces off a couple players, but the officiating crew says this will be a goal kick coming up for the Wolves. Now enter the 40th minute. One nothing in favor of the guests from Chicago, SC United Chicago. Free kick goal in the 20th minute. Courtesy of the foot of number 20, Amando Lyman. He took a left-footed bender into the goal crease. Deflected off another player over that goal line. Perfectly slotted ball in that goal by FC United. That's all we have had up in that scoreboard here in the first 39.5 minutes. .56 a.m., so we're getting ready to cross into the afternoon hours as well as we're nearing the end of the first half inside the Trinity Sports Dome. I'm Dan Stickrad. On the call solo today here for game number 2. National Director of News for the National Soccer Network. Glad to be along for the ride of a multitude of games here on the network this weekend. Again, join us tonight, 8 p.m. for the high school girls soccer ranking show here in the state of Michigan, as we'll take a look at the top 15 teams, plus honorable mentions each of the 4 divisions as provided by the Michigan High School Soccer Association, the original ranking show here on the National Soccer Network. That debuted back on Labor Day weekend 2022 during the boys soccer season. Become a staple here on the network. We'll break down all the rankings in each of the 4 states divisions, take a look at some of the conference races, some of the upsets and big wins and ties across the state of Michigan. Close to 460 teams suiting up this spring. From Temperance down by the Ohio border all the way up to Houghton in the Keweenaw Peninsula in the northern part of the UP. It's great to see all levels of the soccer pyramid continue to grow year in and year out across our beautiful country. 42nd minute now. About 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time here is all that's left in the first half. Will there be another goal? Will the Michigan Wolves able to level this game up, or will SC United be able to extend their lead here in the final minutes of the first half as the Wolves look to get a counterattack opportunity going on that far left side? Adrian Nyembo made that run, unable to make a run on the ball as it rolls out of bounds. SC United looking to perhaps even just settle for a 1-0 advantage in a half. They're starting to stall off time off the clock, taking their time between the ball going out of bounds. Taking this goal kick, Luke Hales, the netminder for SC United. Prepping to take the goal kick. Michigan Wolves control play in that first 20 minutes. SC United has had the better of the play here in the last 22 minutes or so. And Hales, the goalkeeper, SC United, just 2 saves on the morning. Now we're into the afternoon hours. Finally, it is 12 noon here. Suburban Detroit, Michigan on the National Soccer Network. You're watching National Academy League Mid-America North Division U19 boys soccer. One of multiple games here on the National Soccer Network this weekend. Games Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ranking show tonight. As a turnover, the Michigan Wolves do have numbers. The ball slided through the Adrian Nyembo on that right side. Nyembo cutting the ball, dancing through traffic. Slots it back over to Rourke Roderson. Roderson shot just wide of frame. Nyembo Waterson had numbers, a 4-on-2 break. Let's watch again that replay. Nyembo dancing through traffic, able to finally push it over to Rourke Waterson. Cuts the ball back, a left footer just wide of frame. So just the 3rd shot of the morning and afternoon for the Michigan Wolves. Wide of target. Now down to less than a minute plus stoppage time here at the end of the first half. I can imagine it's going to be too much time as there's only 1 goal and 1 yellow card in the first half. No major injuries. Michigan Wolves putting one last push here to try to get an equalizer before the break. And there's a shot right at Luke Hales. FC United goalkeeper standing tall between the pipes, commanding the framework here today for his side. He punts the ball out towards midfield. Slight freeze of the camera work there just for a few seconds. We're now officially into stoppage time. Referee has motion to 1 minute of stoppage time. 1 minute left here in the first half. SC United, Michigan Wolves, U19 division of the National Academy League. Opportunity coming up for SC United, but Caden Whipple there between the pipes to make the save on that opportunity by SC United. That's the third save of the game for Mr. Whipple. So Wolves turn it over one more time. They have picked up the pace here in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second half. But in terms of that first half, that is all she wrote, as SC United will walk into the break with a 1-0 advantage, courtesy of that 20th minute goal by Amando Lyman off a set piece. Here in the National Soccer Network, this is the National Academy League U19 division. Michigan Wolves, SC United. SC United takes that 1-0 lead into the break. We'll be back after a brief commercial break. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Join us for half number 2 coming up in just a few minutes.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Looks great. Oh. Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
You get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Looks great. Oh,
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
looks great. Oh,
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Welcome back to the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College in Livonia, Michigan, 15 miles west of downtown Detroit. This is the National Academy League on the National Soccer Network, U19 division in the Mid-America North. SC United up 1-0 coming out of the halftime break. Split decision in that first half. The Michigan Wolves came out and controlled play for the first 20 minutes. But SC United had a trio of shots between the 18th and 20th minutes. The third resulting in a goal, a free kick, bending left-footed free kick from Mondo Lyman on that far right side is the only goal up in that scoreboard. That's where we stand, 1-0 in favor of FC United as half number 2 is underway. SC United has had a 5-3 overall shots advantage in that first half, 4-2 with shots on target, and 3-2 on corner kicks. Luke Hales, the goalkeeper for SC United, has a pair of saves, while counterpart Caden Whipple, the Michigan Wolves, has 3 stops and 4 chances for his team. So the Michigan Wolves trying to find a way to create more scoring chances. They did have a long series of possession, especially in the first 20 minutes of the first half. Nothing to show for it in terms of goals up on the scoreboard. Just 3 total shots and the 2 shots of frame, as I spoke just a few seconds ago. So we'll see if they've made any adjustments here at the halftime break. Michigan Wolves earned a victory in game number 1. That was the U15 division. They scored 4 times in the final 21 minutes of that 80-minute contest at the U15 level. Michigan Wolves earned victory number 1, 4-0 over FC United. 4 beautiful strikes in that game. There was a stalemate for a good 59 minutes and change of that match. Wolves trying to get the ball down that right side to Adrian Iambo. Lightning quick, crafty forward from Detroit Country Day High School. Tried to cut the ball back into the center of the park, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. So corner kick number 1 in the first half coming up for the Michigan Wolves, 3rd overall in this match. So Warwick Watterson, Parma Western High School, getting ready to take the corner kick from the southeastern corner of the Trinity Sports Dome. Watterson bends it in near the 6. The ball headed high out of bounds. So we will have a repeat performance in terms of that corner kick from the same corner flag. So Warwick Watterson once again trotting over to bring the ball back to the flag. Watterson bends it in. For a second time, the ball bounces off a pair of players. Ball continues to bounce around as players on both teams sending it back and forth like a ping pong ball, but SC United finally able to clear the ball out near midfield, only to turn it over once again. So the Wolves, much like they did in the first portion of the first half, come out with a little bit of energy here. Benji Cook, who was very dangerous in those first 20 minutes, had a couple of shots wide of target. Sub back into the game here to start the second half. They will look to try to get the ball to Cook and Nyambo up top. Try to net an equalizer here. So 49th minute of this 90-minute match. This is the National Academy League U19 division. Here in the Mid-America North division of the National Soccer Network. I'm Dan Stickrad, the Director of News of the National Soccer Network. Glad to be part of yesterday's and today's broadcasts. Games were being played in the Trinity Sports Dome yesterday afternoon. We had a pair of games outside the south end of the campus here on Schoolcraft College. The Michigan Wolves and the Sockers SC out of the Chicagoland area split 1-1. Michigan Wolves getting a 4-0 victory this morning in the U15 division, but they trail SC United 1-0 here early into the second half as the referee is having conversation with some Wolves players, in particular Zach Pavlik. So free kick coming up for the Michigan Wolves. Looking to build the ball into that final third.
Go to the second inning, Balcom back in the circle. Second inning is playoff.
So SC United getting the ball down on the Michigan Wolves half of the field. Trying to add to their 1-0 advantage.
Couple of players for the Massive. Spot rollover. Short Harrington picks it up. There was over.
So Rylan Ivans dancing with the ball on that right side, but looks like he has earned a corner kick coming up for SC United. It's their fourth corner kick of the match. First here in the second half. He's going to concede the corner kick to number 32, Agrel Hernandez. So throwing deep into Michigan Wolves territory coming up for SC United. Still up 1-0. Now in the 52nd minute. Turnover deep in Michigan Wolves territory as SC United trying to find some space to get off another shot attempt. That cross through the box. Over to the southwest side of the dome. Out of bounds as Michigan Wolves learn to throw in. Once again, for those of you who just joined us, SC United took that 1-0 advantage in the 20th minute off a set piece. And that's where we stand right now. SC United 5-3 on shots in the first half. No shots for either team here in the second half as we just crossed into the 53rd minute of action. In the National Academy League U19 division. FC United player tripped up near midfield, so free kick coming up just inside that circle. Both teams trading off attacks here in the first 7.5 minutes of the second half. Michigan Wolves trying to get the ball out of their half of the field, looking for the counterattack opportunity. Nyambo down that right slide, sliding in the middle, but Michigan Wolves turning the ball over once again. They control a lot of that play in the first 20 minutes, but there's been a series of turnovers in the second part of that first half and the early part of the second half. Just 3 shot attempts, 2 on frame here for the Michigan Wolves. They continue to find themselves down 1-0 in this contest. The Wolves turning over once again, throwing deep in their territory as SC United up 1-0. It's never a comfortable lead when you're up 1 or 2-0 or 2-1 as the Michigan Wolves are making a trio of substitutions. All it takes is one chance to tie this game up. One chance for SU United to go up 2-0 here in this game. So now in the 55th minute. It's been somewhat of a chess match here in this game. Just 8 total shots between these two teams, 6 shots on frame. There has been 7 corner kicks, 4-3 in favor of FC United. Will there be another goal in the open flow of play? Will there be a set piece that results in a goal? We'll see what happens here in the final 35 minutes here on the National Soccer Network. Once again, Dan Stickrad on the call. Jonathan Turner had to step away for a meeting, so going solo in this second game of the 2-game set here at the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College. And there's a header towards framework. Adrian Nyembo's shot turned aside. Luke Hales once again. Ball bounces down towards the ground. He leaps over towards his left to punch the ball out of harm's way. So the first shot of the second half is on target for the Michigan Wolves, but Luke Hales there to make his 3rd save of the afternoon for FC United. He has stood tall between the pipes. Just 3 saves, but he has come off his line to stop several crosses and set pieces in this game. Withstood some pressure, especially in those first 20 minutes. Punched aside a couple corner kicks as well. His defense has been quite sturdy here throughout the first 56 minutes of this game, as we're just seconds away from the 57th minute. Michigan Wolves starting to build out of their back, getting a lot of players' touches on both sides of the field. Ork Watterson sends it down the right side, but quickly turned over. The Wolves have numbers. Pavlik sends it over, and Adrian Nyembo looked like had the shot. Ball served into the box. That was Adrian Nyembo. Taking that header here just about 2 minutes ago. Luke Hales, the goalkeeper for SC United, there to make the stop. So donuts up on that scoreboard for the homestanding Michigan Wolves at the Trinity Sports Dome. Schoolcraft College here on the National Soccer Network. Michigan Wolves do have some highly decorated players on their roster. Some players have had MLS Next experience as well, but they've had their share of possession. They've been able to get the ball in that final third several times in this match as they get a set piece about 40, 45 yards out. They have been unable to put anything into the back of the net. And there's a flick into the goal mouth area. Luke Hales there to scoop up the loose ball. There's a collision just inside the box. The referee says play on. Michigan Wolves came in on the day with a 13-3 scoring edge. They're atop of the table of that Mid-America North Division U19 level. 3-0-0 on the season. SC United, 2 wins and a tie so far. They've outscored their opposition 15-5. So those two teams have scored a lot of goals, 28 goals. 8 against combined between the two sides, but up in that scoreboard, SC United clinging to that 1-0 advantage over the Michigan Wolves. So we're now in the 59th minute. So both of these teams are quite capable of creating great scoring chances, putting the ball in the back of the net. We'll see what's in store here for the final 31 minutes of action. We're getting ready to cross into the 60th minute in just a few seconds. Both teams building the ball out of the back. A lot of turnovers here in the second half. A lot of errant passes, players not making runs to space. Defenders stepping in, midfielders stepping in to regain possession. As we just saw right there, Adrian Nyembo, great individual effort getting the ball back, but he sends it long down that right side. No one there to make the run. So quickly as the Wolves regain possession, they turn it back over. That's kind of been the story for both teams in the first half and in the second half. Sort of a stalemate here in the second half. See if either team can get on track offensively to try to create some momentum. As there's a shot on target by SC United. Looked like Noah Capaci on the shot there for SC United. Save number 4 for Cademan Whipple. With Christian Academy goalkeeper for the Michigan Wolves here today. Remember last November, Plymouth Christian made an unexpected run. They fell out of the top 15 of the state rankings, but made a run to the Division IV state championships up at Grand Ledge High School west of Lansing, Michigan. They did fall to perennial powerhouse Muskegon Western Michigan Christian in that game, but Whipple's teammates with a great run. They upset several ranked teams along the way to get to that final day of the season. In fact, that goal, I believe, was scored for Muskegon in the final couple minutes of that match. Teams continue to turn the ball over. A lot of long ball here in the second half. A lot of errant passes. Both teams need to kind of settle that ball down, start to build out of their back, look for the open seams, keep that possession game going, see if anything can be created. Create a set piece. The game's only goal again, scored in the 20th minute off a free kick. That's all we have up on that scoreboard. 1-0 in favor of the visitors. SC United out of the Chicagoland area in Illinois. The 5-hour trip here from the northern suburbs. Glenview, Illinois is where they call home. And that's into the back of the net. A cross kind of went in, and number 4 for FC United, Rylan Avance, kind of did a heel pass, but that went on target into the back of the net as we watched the replay. So in the 63rd minute, just the second shot of the second half for FC United, and they're able to open up a 2-goal advantage, 2-0 over the Michigan Hawks. Excuse me, Michigan Wolves. Number 12, Boda and Ruprecht sent that ball into the goal mouth area. And Rylan Avance kind of did a heel pass towards that goal frame. And he eluded Cademan Whipple and into the back of the net. So momentum once again is in favor of SC United. They open up a 2-0 advantage as we're getting into the 64th minute now. Michigan Wolves has just not been their day in the offensive third of the field. They have had no answers. They've had one shot here in the second half. 4 total, 3 on target. They've had 3 corner kicks in this game, just unable to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net. Now they must climb back from a 2-goal deficit here in the 64th minute inside the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College. Another long serve in the box. No Michigan Wolves player made it a run. Luke Hales can just Keeps stalling time. But anyone who watches the beautiful game at any level understands that in a lot of games, no lead is safe. You look at 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 edges in a contest can quickly be erased by a chance or two. Michigan Wolves forcing that turnover now on the left side. It's like Bruno Delgado serving it into the box. That is deflected. Benji Cook sends it through the goal mouth area. No one there at the far post. Ball kind of rolls harmlessly out of bounds, so goal kick coming up for FC United. Down on the other end of the field, there is a FC United player down, kind of holding his right ankle. Some more players are warming up in the background, both indoors and outdoors at Schoolcraft College. A wide variety of games going on in the morning, afternoon, and evening hours. As the case of any soccer-specific complex across the country, where there's athletes, where there's soccer balls, there are games, indoors, outdoors, everywhere from Florida to North Dakota and everywhere in between. Had a chance last November to call a UPSL contest down in Marion, Ohio on a Saturday night. It was cold, it was blistery, it was windy, 28 degrees at kickoff time. That was in mid-November, late last year. No snow on the ground at that time, so the game went on. We have a first extended injury here of this entire match. We're in the 67th minute. For anyone who joined us late, SC United took a 1-0 advantage in the 20th minute. Their third shot of the game. Armando Lyman bends in a free kick just outside the box. That finds the back of the net. And then here in the 63rd minute, just a few minutes ago, SC United took a 2-0 lead. Number 4, Rylan Avens. Kind of a heel pass, touch towards that left goal post, went into the goal. Bowden Rubrecht slided the ball through that goal crease, and Avens was there to redirect it into the goal for that 2-0 advantage. So a goal in each half for FC United is all that is up on that scoreboard. They lead the Michigan Wolves 2-0 as we're getting ready to come out of that injury break, which lasted about 3 minutes. Michigan Wolves trying to find a way back into this contest. They trail 2-0. Just 3 shots on frame for the homestanding Michigan Wolves in this game. They came out in that first 18 to 20 minutes. Controlled play, had a ton of chances. Through balls, free kicks, a couple corner kicks, but unable to get much on target. And then SC United kind of leveled the game up, took that 1-0 advantage on their third shot of the game in the 20th minute. Able to add a goal in the 63rd, so that's where we are right now. Down about 22 minutes in stoppage time left here in game number 2. This is a 2-game set in the National Academy League here on the National Soccer Network. Dan Stickred on the call solo for game number 2. Again, the Michigan Wolves 4-0 victors in game number 1. That was in the U15 division of the NAL. Today, this is the U19 division, so high school seniors, high school juniors competing in the U19 level, 06, 07s. National Academy, most of these players do play high school soccer. A couple, at least on the Michigan Wolves roster, opted not to this past fall, but some of these players on both sides have seen some game action in MLS Next as well. throughout the course of the last couple school years. Several standout players on both teams. Very evenly played match in terms of that stat sheet, but once again up in that scoreboard, SC United up 2-0 here as we're into the 70th minute. So about 20 and a half minutes left in this contest. It's all that's left. Can the Michigan Wolves find a way to chew into that lead? Get a goal or two up on that scoreboard to make things interesting down the stretch? Or will FC United be able to hold on and earn the shutout, or at least hold on to earn the victory? We'll see here down the stretch.
Moving along, fourth inning here on EST. We'll go back in the circle. AST.
71st minute. FC United once again on the move. Spreading the field, getting a lot of players' touches on both sides. That is sent into the goal mouth area. Cameron Whipple there to make the stop. That cross turned in more of a shot as it kind of bent towards that framework. FC United able to keep the ball down in that final third of the field, looking to get another scoring chance out of this. Will the Wolves pick off that pass, get it back up to midfield on the counterattack in the hurry? Number 26, Devlin McGinnis there on that left side. McGinnis was an all-state Dream Team player in the fall of 2023 with Brighton High School as they made that run to the Division I state runner-up trophy last fall. He had a long series of injuries. I think only played in 8 or 9 games for Brighton as they struggled through a series of injuries during that high school campaign. McGinnis is a very dangerous player when healthy. That corner kick is sent into the box, but Luke Hales once again leaps high in traffic to snare that cross before any harm is made to keep this game 2-0 in favor of the visitors. FC United up 2-0, as they say in the big side of the pond. Or the opposite side of the pond, the Atlantic Ocean. 72nd minute here in the National Soccer Network. Down to the final 18 minutes plus stoppage time of this 90-minute affair on the National Soccer Network. Glad to be part of a long series of broadcasts here in the network this weekend and part of a large growing team across the country. So if you are a play-by-play, aspiring play-by-play, color commentator, freelance sports writer, camera operator, producer, sales, anything to do with the sports media in specific, there's a shot on target. Whipple there to make that stop. Wolves having a hard time getting the ball out of their final third of the field as SC United continues to attack with waves. As the ball goes out of bounds on that far left side. Once again, if you are interested in getting into the sports media, maybe as a freelancer or a part-time employee looking to get a college internship, the National Soccer Network and our parent company, the Premier Media Group, based out of Shelby Township, Michigan, might be the place just for you. Visit nationalsoccernetwork.com for contact information on our staff. Perhaps this will be the place for you to enhance your skills in the media, get some experience working in a wide variety of parts of the sports media. We also produce games for NCAA Division I Oakland University, the Rising League. So we do have a team of play-by-play camera operators and producers out at Oakland University today for a baseball and softball doubleheader at the collegiate level. There are opportunities in the soccer space all over the country, opportunities in the college space. We've even done some high school games and other sports here in the last couple of years. So a little bit of football and basketball as well. And there is goal number 3 for FC United. Noah Capacci on the header. Ball served into the box. And Noah Capacci, number 11, leaps high at the doorstep to head home. Goal number 3. The Michigan Wolves undefeated on the season in a huge hole in the 75th minute. They're down 3-0 here in the second half against FC United out of the Chicagoland, Illinois area. So goals by FC United in the 20th, 63rd, and 75th minutes is the difference up in that scoreboard. Michigan Wolves continue to turn the ball over left and right. FC United has picked up the pace again here with a couple goals in the last 12 minutes or so to add to their advantage. They are up 1-0 at the halftime break, scoring twice here in the second half for a comfortable 3-0 advantage. It's not impossible for a team to come back. I've seen it many times where teams have come back from 3-0, 4-1 deficits. But time is not on their side as they are down in now at the 76th minute here at the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College. And their chances have been few and far in between. They do have a chance here now on a counterattack. FC United once again sniffing out that opportunity, forcing the turnover just outside the box, and now they are on the move with a counterattack opportunity. They've gotten the ball down into the Michigan Wolves' final third of the field in a hurry. So we're getting ready to cross into the 77th minute here. And there's a shot by Amando Lyman, who had the first goal in the 20th minute. That is well wide of target. That was shot number 11 for FC United. 11-4 overall shots advantage. 9-3 with shots on frame. Both teams 4 corner kicks apiece in this match. Both sides are making some substitutions. If you look up in that scoreboard in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, 3-0 in favor of FC United. Here in the U19 division, this is the National Academy League Mid-America North Conference U19 division. Say that 5 times fast in a row. So both these teams undefeated so far on the season. FC United came in 3rd place in that Mid-America North Conference. They are 2-0-1. They had a 15-5 scoring edge coming into today. They've had 3 more goals onto their tally today. Michigan Wolves 13-3 scoring edge heading into today, so now 13-6. They're 3-0-0 in the season, but dangerously close to falling into their first defeat of this 2025 spring season here in the National Academy League. It's not been their day. You can see Benji Cook, the Michigan Wolves, putting his hands on his waist, shaking his head in complete frustration as Wolves, they've had the ball down in the final third of the field more than a dozen times in this game. So corner kick coming up for the Wolves, 5th of the game, 3rd of the second half. They must try to find a way to get a scoring chance out of that. Ball sent to the far side, back into the mixing ball, bouncing around a little bit. Benji Cook flicks it towards the goal, but never fear. Luke Hales is here once again, the goalkeeper for SC United, there to make the stop, his 4th save of the day. He's also been able to punch aside several crosses, snare a few restarts as well. About 11 minutes towards a clean sheet unless the Michigan Wolves can find a way to get back into this game, get on the scoreboard. Down to about 11 minutes. We're at the 78-53 mark right now.
sacrifice fly for Tory Countryman, an RBI. There's two away. Ball game is tied.
Bulls getting a lot of players' touches and trying not to turn the ball over.
Making a tremendous effort to dive after it.
That ball deflects off a Wolves player, not a bounce. SC United will start stalling any play they can. They've already been doing that throughout a lot of the second half, especially since they scored that second and third tally in the 63rd and 75th minute, respectively, for that 3-0 advantage. Up 1-0 at the break, 20th minute goal. 3 different goal scorers for SC United. But they had the Michigan Wolves on their heels. The Wolves desperately trying to get back into the matchup. You're not going to score 3 goals at once, but a goal by the Wolves could change the momentum here late. So now just about into the 81st minute. We are entered that realm of the game, so 10 minutes left plus stoppage time here in the second half is all we have up on that score bug. Once again, don't go anywhere. Later tonight, 8 p.m., the Michigan High School Girls Soccer Ranking Show, the original ranking show here on the platform, the National Soccer Network. We will take a look at the top 15 teams and the honorable mention lists of each of the 4 divisions as provided to us by the Michigan High School Soccer Coach Association. This is the 3rd school year we've done the ranking show, the first of its kind in the soccer space, not just here in Michigan, but across the country in terms of live ranking shows in any sport. Glad to be part of that, what has become a staple. Players, athletes, alumni, coaches across the state tuning in. Patty Cesarini, who has got experience working over at Oakland University, has done some work with ESPN. She will be my co-host again this week. If there be any changes at that top slot, I'm sure there'll be a lot of changes in the top 15 and on the honorable mention list as well in the rankings. Again, 8 to 9 p.m. tonight, YouTube channel, Roku Tucci channel, the National Soccer Network, the Michigan High School Girls Soccer Ranking Show, week number 2. Here inside the Trinity Sports Dome, we are in the 82nd minute. FC United out of Chicagoland, Illinois area. Up comfortably 3-0. They're looking to move to 3-0-1 on the season. They are undefeated. The Michigan Wolves are undefeated, but probably not for much longer, as they have just been unable to generate much on the offense. And at the end of the field, they are down 3-0 late. A pair of players get tangled up there. The Wolves retain possession inside the box. Another collision inside the box. So we'll see what the referee calls. It looks like there's an injury in the background. These players for some other games are warming up. Those are some MLS Next games that will take place here this afternoon at Trinity Sports Dome in Livonia, Michigan. This is on the campus of Schoolcraft College. For those of you from the Chicago area, that is about 18 miles straight west of downtown Detroit in suburbia. Schoolcraft College, a community college, the full athletics program here in Metro Detroit. The Ocelots, they do have a men's soccer and women's soccer collegiate program that's been quite successful here over the years. A multitude of national tournament appearances for both the men's and women's side there over the years. The Michigan Wolves, the Michigan Hawks girls club team calling Schoolcraft College to their home as well. So there are games indoors and outdoors. And practices essentially 7 days a week at this time of year at Schoolcraft College. We are now in the 84th minute. 3-0 in favor of FC United here in the U19 division of the National Academy League on the National Soccer Network. United getting the ball, looking for a counterattack opportunity. Ball served back into the box. The Wolves able to head that ball out of the way.
First pitch swinging roll over Johnson there and take one extra.
For a team down 3-0, the Michigan Wolves just stymied here throughout the course of this match.
They take a lead.
Just 5 shot attempts, no goals to show for it.
Of the fourth inning here.
4 shots on target, 5 corner kicks. They've had their fair share of possession in this game as well. SC United keeps attacking in waves here in the second half. Able to turn that 1-0 halftime lead into a 3-0 advantage here in the business end of the second half. So we're down to just over 5 minutes plus stoppage time on the end of this game. SC United continues to press, continues to attack. They're looking to perhaps add a 4th goal onto their tally. At the very least, looking to stall out those last few minutes as well. They've had a lot of possession here in the last 15 minutes or so. Scoring goals in the 20th, 63rd, in the 75th minute. 3 different goal scorers for SC United in this contest. Luke Hales, the goalkeeper, and his back line has absolutely stymied the Michigan Wolves throughout the course of this match, as they are just a few minutes away from moving to 3-0-1 on the season. And unless the Wolves can score 3 times and create a large bag of magic here in the waning minutes, they will fall to 3-1-0 on the 2025 spring season here in the National Academy League. These games in the NAL just started back in March. There's the ball slotted into traffic. Wolves able to stop that ball at the doorstep, clear it long. Adrian Nyambo coming back as a forward to try to get the ball up in that opposite end of the field. The Wolves desperately trying to get any type of offense going. They end up losing this game. They want to try to at least spoil that shutout. SC United up 3-0. 87th minute on the National Soccer Network. And there's a shot by Owen Buckley, the Brighton High School senior, right into the arms of Luke Hales, number 1, the goalkeeper for SC United, there to make save number 5 on the day. He's just a few minutes away from recording a clean sheet, unless the Wolves can spoil that. The Michigan Wolves, if you watch those first 15 to 20 minutes, they had a bulk of the possession. They were attacking FC United's back line in waves. They were just unable to get a great opportunity on the framework. And now in the last couple minutes, they find themselves in that 3-0 hole. There's a shot on target with Caben Whipple there to make the stop. Shot attempt number 12. For SC United, so Whipple, 7 saves on 10 chances for the Michigan Wolves. He has not got any help on the offensive end of the field. The frustrating days for the Michigan Wolves. In the 88th minute. There's a foul outside the box as the Wolves, you can see in the frustration, waving of the hands, chatting with the referees, putting their hands on their waist, shaking their heads. It has been a frustrating morning and afternoon for the Michigan Wolves, the U19 team here in the National Academy League. Here in the 89th minute, SC United up comfortably in the waning minutes, 3-0. They are going to stall as much time off the clock to finish off this victory. Look at Mondo Simon there. Mondo Lyman to take the free kick. That is sent into the box. Wolves able to clear it. Kind of bounced around again like a ping pong ball. The Wolves struggling to get it out of their third of the field. Finally getting the ball up towards midfield. We cross into the 90th minute But this two-game set here at the Trinity Sports Dome, Livonia, Michigan, is the location. The National Soccer Network is the destination for all things soccer across the United States. Looking for news on various levels of soccer, feel free to visit our website at thenationalsoccernetwork.com. Visit us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more across a multitude of social media platforms, as we have a crew of people posting videos, story links, advertisements, and much more, game schedules, a multitude of social media platforms. So be able to check those out today. The National Soccer Network, online and on social media, as we continue to expand from sea to signing she. So we are just 5 seconds away from the beginning of stoppage time. There was an injury, there was a pair of goals, and one card here in the second half. We'll see how much time is added onto that clock. But another shot by the Michigan Wolves, blocked, rolls away from the goal. Antonio Cassoni, again, putting his hands on his hips in complete frustrating. It's been one of those days for the Michigan Wolves. For SC United, they'll have a long track back to the Chicago area, but with a victory in hand. So today's efforts are for naught for the visitors from Glenview, Illinois. Should just be a couple minutes of stoppage time. As that shot rings off the crossbar, FC United has been relentless. They have not taken their foot off the pedal for much of the second half, even though this game is all but decided. They are up 3-0, and they continue to attack the Michigan Wolves back line. Second minute of stoppage time. The referee never did signal towards our booth how many minutes will be added on, but the Michigan Wolves find themselves in 3-0 hole here late. And Michael Scoopy in the goal, the head coach for SC United, must be pleased with his team's overall effort. It looks like they will likely get the clean sheet here today at the Trinity Sports Dome. They're up 3-0 here. We're now about just under 2 minutes into stoppage time. The referee just looked at his watch here a second ago. So these two clubs will post a split here today inside. Again, the Michigan Wolves in the U15 division scored 4 times in the last 21 minutes to collect a 4-0 victory in the U15 division over SC United. And here in game number 2 in the U19 Mid-American North Conference, 3-0 in favor of SC United, with the final seconds are ticking off that clock. We're 2 minutes, 20 seconds into stoppage time. SC United score a goal in the 20th minute to go up 1-0 at the break, and added on a couple of insurance tallies in the 63rd and 75th minutes for their 3-0 advantage. They are stalling in every which way to get out of here without any injuries. There's another foul just near midfield. The Wolves are building it back up one last time here, sending it into the box. Kind of a microorganism of their games thus far, is the Michigan Wolves unable to get much going on the offensive end. And that is the final whistle here at the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College. National Academy League U19 contest between FC United and the Michigan Wolves falls the FC United's way. 3-0 is your final on the National Soccer Network. Once again, goals in the 20th, 63rd, and 75th minutes. And the visitors from the Chicagoland area providing the scoring up on that scoreboard. Once again, your final score in the National Soccer Network. FC United 3, the Michigan Wolves 0. Once again, Dan Stickrat on the call. Director of News for the National Soccer Network. Glad you were part of this two-game set here in Livonia, Michigan. Game number 1, game number 2. It is a split between these two clubs. And that is a wrap here on the National Soccer Network. Once again, game number 2, your final score, SC United 3, Michigan Wolves 0. Have a blessed Sunday afternoon and a very great week coming up. And we'll see you next time for more soccer on the National Soccer Network.